player standing.
Got the spike.
One enemy. One enemy remains.
Watch that. Fuck! So good. As soon as I heard the Phoenix calling, I knew it. I'll make about a mid. Yo, what's up, YouTube? My name's Nosyy. We're back again today with another Breach guide. Today we're gonna do Haven. Highly requested, and I think it's one of Breach's better maps. Without further ado, let's get into it, boys. Enjoy. Alright, gonna start off on the defensive side, and then we'll do, for the second half of the video, we'll do the T side. I'm gonna start off with the stuns. They're pretty straightforward, pretty basic ones. These are the default stuns that I like to use. This one goes all the way down. That's just gonna deny a lobby control. So you can have someone swing off that and maybe get the orb for free. If you know they're coming out at window a lot, you can sit in this corner and just stun straight window. Oh, that's pretty good. And then the third one is right here from garage. And you can just stun all of grass. So those are the three default stuns that I like to use on the defensive side. Some cheeky stuns that you can run like later in the round when you know they're pushing and stuff. This one right here is really good. If you have someone like right here at short on either side, you can actually stun all of short and it'll even hit those little cubbies in the corners. So you just say, hey, swing on this. Nice stun right there. And then site control, I think when they're on site, I usually just stun default, which is this stun right here. So obviously there's always one person playing default, so you can throw that. And then for the defender on C side, I think if you're playing C, this one's really good. Obviously they're just gonna run into cubby, so what I usually do is throw an Aftershock right here and then stun all of this. Maybe you can throw it from, or you can throw the Aftershock from right here as well. You can throw something like that. So yeah, those are the stuns that I like to use on defensive side. Okay, now time for attacker side. So I'm gonna start off with the stuns again. Pretty straightforward. You got the A lobby control orb, or sorry, A orb control stun right there. This will just deny them from crossing. And then this one's the best one for mid, I think, from right here. And I tend to stun like either one of the sides, because if you throw it in the middle, they're just gonna run to one of the sides. I don't think they're gonna be stunned, so I usually throw it on the right. So that's the default stun for B. You can throw one from garage. I think it's better if you walk up a little bit. You just throw it like so. So yeah, those are the three default stuns that I like to run. Okay, so moving on to defensive flashes. I think the best spot in general for Breach is this A-Link or C-Link area. You can play like outside of garage or A-Link. I think A-Link is personally the best, as you can fast rotate and support your teammates really quick. And you can also stop bomb plant on B. So I think that's pretty good use of his util. So some flashes that I like to use as support is, once again, if they're playing short, you can throw this flash, although even from A-Link, and it'll actually blind short. So you just say, tell your teammate to peek off that flash. Or if they're, let's say they're execing on A, and your teammate's playing default, you try and kind of flash behind them, and I'll throw this flash, and I'll actually pop up here. And if the higher you throw it, the better, because there's a chance that you can blind them from long, or the players that are coming up long. So if you throw it just like as high as you can right here, players from long that might be coming up will actually get blinded, just because it'll pop right around right there. Okay, let's go towards garage and B. Honestly, if you're playing B, I think this flash peek's pretty good. It's pretty open, so you can actually get a kill or two just swinging off that. Maybe a double swing with a teammate as well. And then for garage, you can throw from B, throw flash through garage. This one's pretty good. It's kind of, sometimes it's really a little finicky, but if you just throw it right there, say, hey, swing off this. Or you can throw it this one on the right here. Although if they are behind this box, they will not be blind. But if they are in garage, it'll actually pop right there. It's a pretty good flash. And then for the C site, the defensive flashes, let's say you're playing like C-Link area or back garage. I'll say in your teammate's default, if you flash on this right box, I like to flash on the right as opposed to right here. It'll actually blind all along, so you can get your teammates to swing off of that as well. So let's say they're execing C, I'm just sitting right here, just spamming flashes, trying to support my teammate. I think the first one should be on the right, that your teammate can try and get a peek. And then this one's just a support flash, the second one, just so that they are blind and can't kill your teammate. And your teammate won't be blind either. So yeah, those are the flashes that I like to use on the CT side of Haven. Okay, one more thing about flashes. I think this one's kind of important. This one's really good for retaking A. There's 2 flashes that I throw in a sequence. It's this one high on the left.
Flash out.
I say high on the left because it'll actually blind this player right here. And if you don't throw it high on the left, they won't see it. So make sure you throw that. And then the second flash that I throw right after I throw the first one is this. And then I'll just drop out Heaven and try and kill the hell players. So yeah, those are the 2 retakes A flashes I have. I think on the attacker side, you become much more of a support breach. You want to just have your jet dash in on your flashes, create space. I personally love the C-pop. You just flash high on the left wall, and then spam flashes on this back box as your jet dashes in. And if they're on site, they should be blind, and you should have C control. For B, just pretty straightforward. You just throw it on either side of these walls. Should be pretty good. You can also flash out window if you want to take B control. And then for garage, this one's a little finicky because obviously you can hide behind these doors. If you flash on this left door and they're sitting right there, obviously they're not going to be blind. So if you actually throw it like pretty high up here, ideally on this like red banner right here, I think that's the best flash for garage. Every single spot will be blind. And then for A, if you want to take a long control, obviously just flash up here. And this one's kind of cheeky. You kind of have to line it up as the barrier starts. Obviously, there's going to be a barrier right here. But you just sit right here, and you flash on this white thing right here. And I like to do this with the jet dash. So the jet will dash forward as I throw this flash. And if you know that they're taking sewer control, shout out to Gov. Always in sewers. Always a little rat lurking in sewers. But yeah, you can just flash dash, and you'll have sewer control. Okay, now for Aftershocks. There's some really cheeky Aftershocks that you can get on this map. I think, obviously, what we're going for is Sova drones, Phoenix ults, and bomb plants. Those are the 3 times I like to use my Aftershock. So most likely, Sova's either going to drone from here or close here. So if you're playing the A-Link area, you can throw an Aftershock here. Let's say you hear the Sova drone or your teammate in garage hears Sova drone. You throw that. Might be able to kill the Sova. I've gotten multiple kills right there. And then same kind of thing for this area as well. You can actually throw an Aftershock in front of garage. And a lot of Phoenix actually like the ult from here as well. So that I've gotten a lot of kills from that as well. Same thing for Sova drone and window. Let's say the Sova's droning from here. Throw an Aftershock through this wall. Or if they're droning from right here, same kind of thing. And then this third notorious spot for Sova drones is either A lobby here. This one's a little bit more difficult, but you can actually get a Aftershock going all the way through. This one's pretty cool. And it actually goes all the way through. So yeah, those are the 3 best Aftershock spots for Sovas. And then I think this kind of gets me killed a lot, so I don't think it's the best play, but for bomb plants, usually this is smoke, so you can kind of sit in the smoke and then try and stop a bomb plant. Same thing on A. But yeah. And then this one, if you're playing A-Link, this is the best Aftershock, because usually people try and plant right here. So to stop B plant, just throw an Aftershock right there. I struggle on the attacker side to kill Sova drones. It's a little bit more difficult because they can drone from safer spots. So I think the Aftershock is better for executes. So like I said before, the C-side execute. This Aftershock's really good. They can't play in this box. And it actually obscures a little bit of vision from garage. And then you can throw up your follow-up flashes. Blinding. Flash out. And then another one from garage, and a good Aftershock, is this for logs. I think Nitro did this a couple times in his 100 Thieves matches in VCT. So yeah, those 2 Aftershocks are good for the C site. And then for B, I actually like holding onto it for post plant. So let's say your team planted right there. You're playing post plant now. If you hear them tap the bomb, just throw that right there, and then you don't even have to worry about bomb anymore. And then for the A site, I think the best Aftershock is probably like right here. It doesn't clear out all of shorts. This one's a little weird, but as your team's pushing up, it might get this guy a little bit panicked. so that you can get create a little bit of space with your team. Okay, now for CT-sided ultimates. I think personally the best way to use the CT-sided ultimate is for retake. Kind of like Killjoy ult, where you just kind of give up one side of the map, either A or C. You say, okay guys, let's play retake. I have ult. Just let them have sight. We'll all squad up together and retake together. So you can ult sight from here. It depends what information you have and how many players are on site, because obviously they're going to go play long. But I do think this one's better. And then throw a support flash just right here for the players that are playing on site. So that's how I like to use my ult for retake C. Same kind of thing goes for retake A. A lot of players ult from heaven, but I personally think this one's better. You can literally hit everything. You just have to make sure that your heaven players are kind of playing back. So you just throw that. And then should be a good ultimate. Another thing I want to note actually is a retake flash. This one's really good. You just say, you obviously have players in heaven, they're on site, they've planted, you're playing retake. Throw this flash, say heaven players drop out when I throw this flash, and they'll all be blind. And then you just have your heaven players jump out. Okay, an aggressive ult as opposed to a retake ult for defensive side. I think this spot right here, you obviously, as you can see the minimap, you're literally hitting everything in B. So yeah, this is a good ultimate that you can use on the defensive side if you know that they're going to come up mid. And then just make sure you're throwing a support flash right after, because obviously they can still kill you. It's kind of, you just leave it up to the RNG, but if you throw a support flash, your chances of getting randomly killed are a little bit better. Alright, now I'm going to show you guys the best T-sided ultimates. I think for this one, there's only a couple that I really like to run. I really love the garage one because it hits everything, obviously. So from there, literally all of garage is just fucked. Just make sure that before you're going in, you throw up a flash right after. So once again, that you don't get hit by the RNG simulator and just get tapped while they're in midair. And then the B site one's actually pretty decent as well, but the thing is that usually people play off site at the links. So you could throw... This one's pretty good for an A split. It's kind of weird. This one requires a lot of coordination, so I don't know if you're going to be able to run it in ranked. But yeah, this one's pretty good for an A split. You just have your team push up through B as you sit in sewers, hold all of this, and then they can just hold W and push all of A link and have all this control. And then the best ultimate for C on the attacker side is either you can get in cubby and kind of ult sight. Obviously, not everything's going to be hit, but you know, it hits a pretty large range. But I think the better ult is from right here in garage. If you actually get in this spot right here, it literally hits all of sight. So yeah. Okay, so first, I'm going to show you guys some set plays that I like to run on the defensive side, and then I'm going to get into the attacker side of Haven. Okay, so the first one, this one's pretty straightforward, just flash dash as usual. You can also incorporate an Omen flash. Not really necessary, but it does make it a little bit cooler, and I think the higher tier teams actually throw this flash as well in competitive play. Okay, so you're going to start off as soon as the round starts. It's just going to be a flash on this left hole right here at the top, and then a jet dash all the way down, and then an Omen Paranoid all the way from right here, and you can throw it all the way down there, so they'll all be blind. So yeah, I'll show you guys an example.
I'm gonna go for a J, because they're probably just hitting him.
Calm down, guys.
Okay.
Okay, my second set play for Haven, we have Breach at top B. This is the same kind of thing. It's going to be off the round barrier drop. So right as this round starts, you'll have Jet and Garage. Obviously, you start from like right there. And she's going to dash to grass as I throw a flash on this left box right here. And then you can also throw a follow-up flash through the window that blinds all the way back here. And I'll show you guys those this flash right now. So first flash is going to be right here.
Blinding.
And the second flash is actually going to be through the window.
Flash out.
And it blinds all the way right here. Alright guys, that concludes my breach guide for Haven. I'm going to be uploading a breach guide every 2 weeks. So make sure you guys like and subscribe so you guys can get more content and more breach guides. If you guys are enjoying the content, make sure you do slap a like. It means a lot. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. Have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you next week. Peace.
To the one, to the one, to the three.
These cowards aren't ready for me. I fight dirty. Child's play. Guns in my face. Just another Tuesday.
Three to the one, to the one, to the three. Hell yeah! Next drink's on me. Knock 'em out.
Put them in the ground.